Assalamualaikum. We are talking about button last time, and we have given some tailment CSS classes to style it. Now we want to make it clickable and use function on click. So when we click on button, it will give the prompt alert of anything we want. So for that, we in button tag we write on click and pass on click method. Then we have to make parenthesis, then arrow function, and here we pass alert prompt so that when we click on button, it give us alert. We are giving button is clicked. Now what we want? We want to open command prompt. To open command prompt or terminal, press Control and side arrow. That is an above tab button. Press it. This back tick, you can say. Now you can see that our terminal is open. If you want to open from here, you can see that key control plus shift plus back tick you have to select to open the terminal. So we want to work on command prompt to select from here command prompt and now run our application. So problem is that we are not in our current directory of my app. For that we have to write cd my app. Now when we run the npm run dev command to run our application, give the link that we have to visit http localhost 3000. When we press control plus click, it will make a visit in our application. Now when we click on the button, you will see the error. Error is that the event handler cannot be passed to client component pops. So basically we are working on server side. By default, nextjs is server side application. So to make it client side means on browser, client click on button and it will respond. We have to make it client side by using use client and our above code. Now when we run it, it will solve our error. Now when we click on button, so it will give us prompt that button is clicked. So in this class for now, we have learned how to make our button functional build that when we click on our button, it will give us prompt of button is clicked. One thing more, if we want component of button and pass in our application, so we have to go in our app folder and make folder of components, enter, and in component folder we create component of button. This was the file of button.tsx, enter. So we have to make function, type RAFCE and press enter. So basic function of button default code is generated for you. So what we want to do here, that our default my default button was there, but if we want to design button component by our requirement, so we have to give it their classes. Like we give classes, our button should show like tailwind classes, class name. I want text white and bg cyan. 800. Background is dark and the text of button is button. We want something different on our button. So we have to write here like take me. Now where the component is created. So we have to export this component so that it can call on our any page in our nextjs app or any other component. So this button is already created. We comment it by control plus slash and call the button that we have created. For this, we have to write the name of our component, that is button. And you can see quick fix. When we quick fix it, so we have to import that component from our component folder. This is the import. We have to select it and our button is imported in our homepage. So basically what is the error? Error is that we have not close our button tag. So now we have to see what will happen. So you can see that our button component is called. We want more styling in it, so we can change our styling from button.tsx. Like we want adding 4 and rounded class to make corner rounded. This time I am selecting rounded large class and text for Excel. So now when we goes to our page and check our result, so now you can see the button is here and it is like that style that we want. But when we click, it not work. So make it clickable. We do the same work. This button type. We have created button component and pass it on home page. Button component is placed in button.tsx file that is in components folder. In this we have made function handle click where we have given an alert in which we have written button is clicked, and this function handle click is passed in of button clicked. On click I have passed handle click. So when we click on button on browser, it will give the output. See the output of button clicked. Thank you.